Welcome back to the channel, and in today I'm going to doing an absolute beginner's introduction to chain physics in Blender. This is very simple, and you can see over here this is some of the examples. We are working with Sol 1 will just be these chains that kind of like fall like this, and then we'll just do a quick little example of a little reaching ball chain over here, and it's really nothing complicated. It's just modeling very simple link of chain and then adding some very simple physics to it with some basic properties. So if you want to learn how to do chain physics as a beginner in Blender, watch this video. And I'll show you step by step just how simple it's to do this in Blender. Jumping into a new SCUM Blender, let's select all the default objects and press delete, and we're going to go Shift A. We're going to go to our mesh options and just add in a torus, and then let's tap into edit mode. Inside of edit mode, we are going to our front view and we'll go RX90 and hit enter, and then what we can do, come up here to a X-ray tool, turn it on. We're going to click and drag, and we're just going to select the top half of these torus, and we go E to extrude and Z, and then constrain it to the Z axis. Let's bring it up to make our chain link. We're going to go up about this mesh, press A to select everything, and then G to and Z, and move the whole thing down just how origin point sides more closer to the center, and now we have a chain link. Let's go over back into object mode. Let's turn off the X-ray total. We can right click and go shades, move, and at the moment this chain link is really large. So what we can do is we can go S25 and hit enter. So now it's only quarter of the size. So S25, and because we scale it, we need to go Control A, and let's come over here and just apply the scale. So Control A or Command A and apply the scale. That way it won't mess up our physics. Now let's go Shift D to duplicate and Z and move one up to about here, and we have it active. We are going to go RZ90 and we are going to hit enter where we go, and now we have these two chain links. Let's select both of them. Let's go Shift D to duplicate and Z, and let's move it up and click adding it in just right over here. And now all you have to do is Shift R and repeat that action as many times as you want. So I'm going to go about these many chains. There we go, and what we're going to do is we're going to select all of these chains, but holding in Shift we're going to just select one of them to make it the main active chain link. In this case we'll choose the one at the top, and then we're going to go over our physics. We are going to go ahead and give this a rigid body, and we're going to leave it as active. We're going to come here to the collision, and to shape we're going to make it mesh, and then to have all of them have that same property, we can just type F3 on our keyboard. So press F3 3 and then type in copy from the click on copy from active, and now all of these links have the exact same rigid body modifier with the same properties. So now if we go over to our timeline here, G to frame 1, and we hit the space bar and all these chains fall, but let's make it a bit more interesting. So we're going to go Shift A. Let's go to our measure options, add in a plane, and let's go S to scale it up, then go Ctrl A and apply that scale, and let's also just select all of our chain links like so, and go GZ and just move them up so they sitting on here, and let's grab this floor. Let's go over to our physics and give it a rigid body. The type will make it passive so it stays in place, and then let's come here to the shape, and we can actually just leave it as a convex tool. So now if we go to frame 1 and we hit the space bar, you can see our chain falls, and like so there we go, it's interacting now. We can get a lot more creative with these. So let's say, for example, we want to take this chain. So I'm going to grab the whole bunch of chains and frame 1 going to go R to rotate them and then place them right over here. And let's say we grab this top chain link, then we can go over to our rigid body and let's change that one them to passive. So now if we go to frame 1 and we hit the space bar, we can see that the chain just swings from that top one there. Pretty cool. How awesome is that? And we can have a lot more fun of it. We can go back to frame 1 and let's grab some of these bottom chain left like so, and let's go Shift D to duplicate them or to rotate them, and let's place it one in here like so, and then coming from frame 1 let's hit the space bar, and now we got more chains banging. So this really is how simple chain physics are in render. Let's go back to frame 1. I'll show you another example. I'll grab maybe just some of these tab chain length here, and this one at the top is to 1 that's passive. So I'm going to go Shift D just to duplicate it, move it over and rotate it like so. Then I'll just grab these 2 here and go Shift to duplicate them down, something like that. There we go. And then what we can do is we can grab this bottom link, tap into edit mode and go Shift A, just add in a UV sphere, and it's added it over to the word center, but I'm just going to move it over here. I'm going to scale it down like this. So, and in the side view, I'm going to make sure it matches. I'm going to match. I'm going to tap back, out right click, go shades move, and then from frame 1 we can now hit the space bar, and now we can have this cool looking reaching ball. I can grab this one over here, which I could animate if I want to. So I'm going to grab this link up here at the top, come to frame 1. I'm going to press I to in a K frame. Then I'm going to come to frame 50 and I'm going to go G and move it over, and I'm going to go I and insert a keyframe. So now if I go to frame 1 and I hit the spacebar, you can see nothing happens, and this is expected. So we can take this link because we have give it animation data with this link. Here we go to our physics and we'll go and enable animated. So now if we go to frame 1 and we hit the space bar, you can see this follows along, and there we have it. So this is a very simple beginner's introduction to chain physics in Blender. I really hope you have enjoyed this, and I'll see you next time.